this is part of the styling series, Modern Home Design, Modern Style. Let's take a look at it. Let's work out its positives and negatives for us in the renovation space. And also, I'm a property investor and I've built new homes as well. It's part of my portfolio is to build new homes as well as do some renovating. So here we go. This house actually you see on the right is not far from me, around the corner, about, I don't know, 500 meters away. It was a beautiful home. It sold a couple of years ago. Beautiful home. Very, very typical of a modern style, which consists of clean lines, not a lot of stuff and not a lot of fluff. Cutting edge design, the newest in design, you know, that whole feel of brand new, of modern, of being straight to market. Neutral color palette, that actually features a lot in this modern style. Monochrome color palette is popular, particularly in bathrooms and kitchens. You'll see a lot of black and white or charcoal and white. Minimalism, not a lot of stuff, nothing on the benches, nothing on the floor, not a lot of stuff around the home. Definitely decluttered. Lots of natural light. You can see in that picture where the windows go right up to the ceiling. High windows, large windows, lots of natural light. Open floor plans. The outside has to match the inside and lots of geometric shapes. Just let me move this little thing somewhere. There we go. Flat roofs and geometric shapes are a feature. And different types, you know, there's when we talk about modern, really what I'll cover a lot today is modern contemporary, but there is mid-century modern. Modern is a term that's used a lot. Modern contemporary, modern Spanish, modern farmhouse, covers the word modern, you'll see used quite a lot. So let's have a look at the exteriors. You'll see the common theme. The common theme is boxes, squares, your geometric shapes. You'll see large windows. You'll see windows from floor to ceiling, like here in this house in Cerro Locuro. I don't even know where that is, overseas somewhere. You'll see, you know, like windows, dark frames, all white, but you'll just get like a whole bunch of boxes put together, just straight lines, not a lot of curves. Curves can feature in modern, but it's not as common. Developers love these. You can see why. When someone is looking inside a house, they judge a property by the size of each room. And when you look at this townhouse development here, that is, these photos are off realestate.com, and this is also local to me, this development. But you'll notice that the developer is able to build right out to the eaves. So having this modern style allows the interior space to maximize its use, like to maximize the amount of space that you've got inside a house by building right out to the eaves. And people get away with it because in a modern style home, you can have lots of geometric shapes all put together. You can have different finishes on each one of these little boxes, and by mixing it up with the finishes, which is so typical of what developers do, you'll have a home that doesn't feel bland and the same, even by warming it up here with a little bit of wood. So yeah, modern style homes consist of lots and lots of squares, straight lines, uniformity, balance, and making the best use of space. So the interiors, they tend to be minimalist. You know, these you can warm them up with earth tones, wood, just, you know, like this beautiful property here by Modscape. If you want to see some really beautiful modern designs and Australian modern designs, go to modscape.com.au. They do some amazing stuff. This property here is in Phillip Island, which, as you know, is in Victoria, gets really cold. So, you know, Modscape has used a lot of wood here on this wall. It still has that minimalist feel. It's still very, very modern, but just kind of warms up the space, because in a space that has not a lot of stuff laying around, it has, you know, tiles on the floor or cement look flooring, white walls, you know, black windows or even white windows, but just not a lot of stuff around, can tend to feel a little bit cold, which brings me to the advantages and the disadvantages of a modern style home. So advantage, Square is cheaper to build than round. Developers love these modern style homes. They can fit a lot onto their block. They can get them up fast. They can create interest by using different external features. And, you know, it's just cheaper. They're all about the margins. So if they can build for cheap, but they can sell for as much, that obviously is very attractive to a developer and a builder. You can take advantage of every inch of space, build to the eaves, build the interiors. And these homes are very, very popular. They're popular particularly amongst the young. So, I mean, even if you look at that picture there, it's very, very minimalist. The wood floors give it a little bit of warmth, but you just look, you know, that whole modern square line feel continues throughout that property, in its gardens, in the garden beds, in the retaining walls, in the fences, and even in the contemporary pool. And, you know, monochrome, it's pretty popular. And the disadvantages, I think, and this is a real personal thing, I think the main disadvantage is that for me, modern is just a little bit too cold. I had a real estate agent come to my place when I was selling, and she loved this modern feel, and she wanted me to strip every single bench, just like these benches here, of anything. And I'm a firm believer that on every countertop you have something. Every table, every cabinet, every kitchen bench, there's some kind of styling there. To me, that feels homely and warm. But the real estate agent who loved modern, and many people do, liked it very, very minimalist. I didn't actually take notice of her, to be honest. There you go. So that's modern home design in a nutshell. Like I said, from the first slide, there are many different types of modern home design. Pick the one that you like the most. If you're going to sell, my strong advice is to take notice of how to warm the spaces up just a little bit, because people are attracted to a property by the look, but they buy by feel. You've heard me say that many, many times before. They buy by feel. There you go. I'll see you next week for another live at 12 midday. If you missed the video that I did last night on future-proofing renovating in 2023, I strongly suggest you go and have a listen. And for everybody who's on YouTube, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps a lot and it means that you guys don't miss a thing. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Bye.